Sometimes changes in nature are gradual and slow, and sometimes they're dramatic, such as this tree falling over, hitting the deck and producing this really dramatic looking split along its length there. It's a great candidate for macro photography. The details in here have only just been exposed to the elements, and there's lots of really fine detail in there that we can catch. Making the most of really small texture and detail is tricky in photography because as I post my phone in here as it is, I'm too close for the lens to catch focus. We angle our phone in there, you can see that we now can't catch any focus at all. We need to come way back, in fact within the space that we've got, we can't even catch focus in there at all. And all of this wonderful wood grain in here is completely lost, it's just a mushy blur. So we need to come all the way out and frame something much wider, much more, much less good looking, much less eye-catching. So what we're going to do instead is attach this clip-on macro lens to my camera, and what that lets us do is produce exactly the same composition, but now, even with my phone just a couple of centimetres or less even, because this is a nice light coloured wood, we get lots of light off it, we'll get a nice quick shutter speed. And then the challenge with all macro photography is depth of field, basically how much of your frame is in focus at once. Too close and our frame will be soft. If we come too far away, we're going to lose the detail that we're actually trying to capture. The best way that I've found is to use your continuous mode on your camera. So what we'll do is find the point where our picture just falls out of focus because we're too close. We'll hold down the shutter release button and then pull the camera back very slowly, very gradually towards us. And in that burst of images, one of them is going to have something that is perfectly sharp and we can find it afterwards. Looking back at the images that we shot, this frame is done from really close range, but without the macro lens attached. And as you can see, there's just no detail, no sharpness in there at all. We're too close for the camera to catch focus. In fact, this is as near as I was able to get to this fascinating wood grain with no macro lens, and it's a really scrappy kind of miscomposed frame. There's some interesting moss on there, I guess, but it's not really a picture of anything. It certainly doesn't tell an interesting story. Attaching the macro lens, we're able to get within maybe half a centimetre of our subject, and we can shoot this really interesting frame with lots of detail, lots of sharpness, lots of colour and contrast as well in the wood grain. It's a fantastic abstract frame.